Welcome to SceneTV. I'm Marcus. Today we're down in Norwood, South Australia, where we're catching up with Matt Johnson. Matt's the owner of MJ by Matt Johnson, and we're going to find out all about the salon right now. Hey Matt, welcome to SceneTV.
Hi Marcus, how you going?
Good, thank you. Having a good day?
Having a fantastic day.
Busy day in the salon?
Very busy, very busy. I've just got back from overseas, so we're flat out catching up.
Overseas, doing what?
I've just been over in Jakarta launching a new colour trend called Strobing.
Yeah, cool. And is that big over there, is it?
Well, I'm releasing it globally at the moment, so hasn't quite hit Australia yet. First of all, we're launching to the Asian market. Jakarta last week, China next week, and then we're launching it here.
A big launch over here?
Huge launch over here. So we're flying over a global artist from the Matrix team over in UK, Jamie Stevens. And so we're going to be flying around Australia, showcasing this new technique, basically releasing it to the Australian market.
Exciting. It sounds like a plane is your choice of automobile these days, doesn't it?
It feels like that, absolutely.
Tell us all about MJ by Matt Johnson. How did this place get created?
I started my apprenticeship at 18. At 23, I bought 50% of the salon where I did my apprenticeship. I had that for 7 years, and in that time I was learning about business, about staff, and about client management, about marketing and that sort of thing. And then I decided I wanted to branch out and have my own identity, my own brand. And so that's where MJ got started. And so first of all, based over at Burnside, and then brought it over into Norwood.
Great location. It's just beautiful. How did you find this place?
I'm very, very lucky to find this place. A friend of mine actually owns it. And so I mentioned to her quite a while ago that I would love to get my teeth into it.
And you did.
And I did.
And turned it into this amazing spectacle it is.
I couldn't be happier. It's such a beautiful space, and I'm very
just
happy.
Just a great ambience, isn't it?
It is, because it's in the back streets and we're not on a main road, and because it's an old cottage, it feels homely. You don't walk in and feel like you're at a salon. There's not all the traffic going past. People come in here. It's a destination place. You don't really get walk-ins and that sort of thing. It's very one-on-one with your client. You're not getting pulled away all the time to, do other bits and pieces. There's just a good, comfortable space that our clients feel at home when they come.
And it's been received well by the clients?
Really well, really well. Best decision we ever made, from taking it from being such a commercial salon to being more of a high-end boutique, one-on-one sort of place.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, well, let's go back to the beginning. How did you actually get into the career?
Well, I knew that I wanted to be a hairdresser since I was about 5. And the reason for that is my mum bought a new mop, and I stood the mop up and tied it to the leg of the table so it was standing up like a person. I got the scissors and I cut it a fringe and gave it a bob when I was 5. And rather than my mum cracking it and telling me off, I sort of knew that was my calling from there.
Either that or a cleaner.
Either that or a cleaner.
However, I actually do know something about you that maybe not everybody knows, that you actually have got you actually were involved in a whole nother industry, weren't you, as an ice skater?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, and doing quite well at it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell us about that.
Prior to hairdressing, I'm 4 times Australian champion figure skater with all the different avenues. So like ice dance, pairs, synchronized, singles, and that taught me dedication, motivation, hard work, goals, mental preparation, and then started to open myself up to international travel. So I was lucky enough to go to World Cup in Croatia, 2003, I think that was, in Zagreb. And that was my first taste of international, events. And then from there, I started to do ice shows, and was Aladdin in Aladdin on Ice, and the Prince in Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella on Ice. And so that took me to mostly through Asia.
I see coming together maybe of the two industries. What do you think? Maybe your next hair show can be on ice. Hair on ice. That could be fun.
Matt Johnson on ice. I've actually spoken to people about it before, but logistics, it's too much outlay purely for the fact of the setup costs and everything like that aren't that much, and to run it isn't that much. It's because it runs on Freon gas. It's just a ridiculous amount because you have to buy the gas to set up the rink, and it's about like 11K just to do that. So, but the thought has been put out there.
Maybe one day, guys. Maybe one day. What are you most proud of?
I'm proud of my business and my staff, first of all, because they work so hard and they share the same passion and drive as what I do, and anything that I put my heart into, they do as well. So I'm very proud of what they do and what they've achieved, and because they're all educators and artists in their own right. And so it's not me and them, it's us as a team. We're like a family, and it's good.
I guess that's the way you present this place as well.
Yeah.
Like you say, beautiful, homely feel, big family. Awesome.
But as for my personal proud, like achievement sort of thing, I'm very proud. Last year I launched my own skincare range. And so that was a while in the making. So it's all Australian made, vegan, not tested on animals, cruelty-free, and contains no nasties. Most of the ingredients are certified organic.
So speaking of the skincare, that's not the end of your range, are they? You know, you go into the hair care, and I do believe you've also got a candle range, right?
We do have a candle range. I really wanted to do an organic soy candle collection because too many waxes are paraffin wax, which are pretty much petrochemical based. So you're burning harsh carcinogenic chemicals which go into the atmosphere that you're breathing in, that your family's breathing in. And so I wanted to have a nice ambience in the salon with beautiful fragrance, but without having all the nasties in the air. And so that's where that came from.
Matt, what would you be doing if you weren't in this industry?
My passion is this, and it's very hard for me to even think of anything else that I could possibly want to do. If I wasn't hairdressing, I'd be ice skating. But as a professional 9-to-5 sort of, I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else.
Well, that's a good answer. That's what your customers want to hear, right?
Absolutely.
That's what your clients want to hear.
Definitely.
They'd be devastated. Where would they go even? Speaking about your clients, where would they go? Speaking of your clients, what are some of the trends that we're going to see emerging in the hair industry right now that your clients are going to be lapping up?
So I'm very fortunate to be part of a global artistic team with Matrix. And so I get to see a lot of the global trends before they hit our shores. So something that we're going to start seeing is a new color technique called strobing. At the moment, I'm flying around the world and flying around Australia, educating this new technique. And so strobing, there's either eye strobing, cheek strobing, or jaw strobing. And it's sort of drawing the attention to your best asset. So if you've got beautiful eyes, or you love the shape of them, or you tend to wear more eye makeup, we'll put the color placement around the eyes. And so we'll have maybe a few soft pinks coming around the fringe, that sort of idea. Not necessarily those colors, but just the placement. Then we have the cheek strobe, where the color starts from about here. So that way you have the nice depth or the blonde or whatever, and then you have the tone start to come from about this point, so you can focus around this area. And then finally we have the jaw strobe. And so if you have a nice strong jawline, or you want to draw the attention to the lower part of the face, we'll have the color around the jaw.
So when are we going to start seeing this trend emerging in Australia?
So we probably start to see it more, I'd say, from about August onwards, because we really are releasing it to Australia around the end of June. Yep. And so it's around that point that we'll start to showcase it to hairdressers and stylists and salons. And so then they can start implementing it on their clients, and then the clients will start talking about it, and then it will really start to grow. But strobing is the next big trend.
I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. Yeah. It'll be nice to move away from the ombre and the balayage and just the normal highlighting. And so coming in and having an eye strobe and a cheek strobe.
Yay. So what do you think that MJ by Matt Johnson can offer that, maybe people can't find at another salon?
A personal experience. And so they come in, have something beautiful to drink, sit down, we know your name. Most of our clients we've had for 5 years plus. And so rather than them just coming into a salon, sitting down in a chair and having the same thing every time, we have a relationship with our clients. And so they come in and enjoy the entire process. So it's not like they're seeing 50 different people every different time. I've got a nice, strong, small core team. Yep. And everyone works together and everyone knows who everyone is, and it's a beautiful environment.
And future goals, or where's somewhere that you need to head with, MJ by Matt Johnson?
Future goals, I definitely want to grow the salon a little bit more. I still want to continue with my global travel and events and education and shows and that sort of thing. I really want to grow the skincare brand, that sort of ideal. And I want to grow my staff as well. And so I want to see them develop and grow and start to do their own things. And so, yeah, a lot of growth and development for myself and my team.
And social media, obviously going crazy nuts these days. How important do you think it is for your industry?
It's imperative because we do no marketing besides social media anymore. So first of all, Instagram, we're posting daily with inspiration images, stuff that I've done, stuff that my colleagues have done, global trends, things that we think that our clients can relate to as well. And it's we're in their hand. And so they're seeing our inspiration and our ideas and direction. And it's a great way for new clients to see what we're about as well. And so obviously websites are massively important, but Instagram and Facebook and those sort of things, I'd say Instagram is the key one now for our business builder. I'm on Snapchat as well. And so while I'm traveling overseas, doing shows and events, I'm always on Snapchat backstage showing my clients and our followers what we're doing with our models and the prep and that sort of thing, so they can get a real feel for what I'm doing. Because when I say to them, oh, I'm in New York or I'm in wherever, and I tell them about it, it's nice that they can actually see it live while it's happening, so they can, click on the story and say, oh, doing this and doing that, and, this has happened. And then, I would say Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all over it. It's our biggest business builder.
So advice for someone starting out in the industry, what would you give them?
Never say no, because everyone remembers a no. They don't remember the yes. So if someone's asking you, do you want to stay late or do you want to come to do this? Because a lot of people say, I want to do this, I want to do that. Can you tell me this, or can I come along to this? And you give them an opportunity that, oh no, I've got this on, or oh no, and you don't get asked again. And so if you're starting out, until you get to the top of your game, that's where you can pick and choose. Not when you're starting out or you're learning or you're still climbing your way up to have that ability to be able to say yes and no. Never say no.
Well, that's good advice.
Yeah.
I like it. I might even adopt that.
Nice.
We'll see. We've got to the point of the interview where it is mystery question time, dude.
Oh dear. Okay.
I know. Brace yourself. Actually, yours doesn't hurt that much. So it'll be fine. But so what this is this question has been posed to you from the person we interviewed last.
Am I allowed to know who that person was?
Yes, you are definitely going to know. So this guy is an Adelaide author. His name is Troy Kester. He's just brought out his brand new book called Something Wicked.
Yeah.
And he says to you, and bear in mind, he didn't know who you were going to be either.
Yeah.
So his question to you is, who was your inspiration to start you on your path?
I didn't really have a key person as such. I always knew, it was in my back of my head, I always had to be an ice skater and an ice skater?
An ice skater.
I had to be an ice skater and a hairdresser, and it was programmed in. So it wasn't like I had somebody to guide me into hairdressing or anything like that. It was just something programmed into me. But saying that though, when I started my apprenticeship, I had an amazing mentor who helped me and guided me through my journey and my career. And so I'm very thankful for him. But as for a key person in the beginning, there wasn't. It was just my passion. Yeah, it was just me.
Great. Now, of course, what that means is now you need to pose a question to our next guest. Now, that person, we don't know who it's going to be. It could be anyone. It could be the Lord Mayor. It could be someone down at the local butcher shop. We don't know.
Yeah, I've already got it.
Really? Ask away.
If you were a stripper, what would your name be? What would your stage name be?
I adore
Stripper/porn
it.
star. What would your
Yay.
stage name be?
I've got it. Done.
Awesome.
Thank you. You've been watching SceneTV. We've been with Matt Johnson from MJ by Matt Johnson, and we'll see you again really soon.